Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be showing off this project, which I have been alluding to in a number of other videos, which is a gift for my nephews, Calvin and Ted. I've put it in this box, which I picked up at a thrift store. I like the texture, I like the overall look. It has this really nice clasp, it's a nice feel to it. It has a handle that can be used because it's reinforced on the inside with wood, and it has a nice velvet lining, and I got it for a really good price. So what do I have here? Well, I have, let me make sure I'm in focus. Yeah, I'm in shot. I have what I'm going to be calling a Possibles box. This box has been put together so that my nephews can create their own games. There are 3 items missing from this box. One is a note describing what this box is, and the other, my wife is making 2 Santa gnome finger puppets, which are still in the process of being produced, so they are not in this video. And also the hinges on this here, too. I kind of like the hinges because they've got there's the hinge here, and they've got this reinforced section here, which is nice. So hopefully this box will not be destroyed quickly by my nephews. So, what do we have for them to play with? Well, we have things like animals, cave people, army men, pirates of varying varieties. It's a female pirate. There you go. We have a set of story dice, which, whoops, I'm going to have to tie in a little tighter than that. Yeah, I'll have to tie it. And I've done a video on these, which will allow the boys to come up with storylines for their games. Make sure all the dice are still in that before I send it off. We have some more animals. We have a large green spider. We have a saber-toothed cat, a Smilodon. We have some fake coins, which can be used as coins and as game pieces. We, of course, have dice. More coins, and we have a pirate here with a cutlass. We have a cobra. Who needs a cobra? A tree, which could be, again, a scenery or can be used as some kind of playing device. Army man in a prone position. We have an elk. We have a bunny. We have an actual pirate ship. We have a cockroach, which I'm sure my sister is going to be thrilled with. We have a skeleton sitting next to a barrel holding a bag of gold. We have a cannon. Another pirate. A bazooka. Got a bazooka. Bobcat. We have a silver knight type character. We have another cave person with a spear. We have some more barrels with rope and cannon shot. Another pirate, this one with a monkey on his shoulder. A fire, a radio man. Landmine detector, a tiny little monkey doing goofy things. Another pirate. Army man. Gold knight with big silly shoulder pieces. Another army man. A vaguely Indian based kind of wrestling type figure. Some more coins. A cannon which has no projectile, but it's still a cannon. An ant. I really quite like the ant. I have saved one of these for myself. Another cute little monkey. Here is a primitive form of rhino. It has 2 horns. Pirate. Squirrel. Another army guy. Thylacine. Marsupial tiger. Elk. Wolf. Coyote. Depends on how you want to look at it. Another knight-like character. Army guys. Treasure chest. Dice. And you get the point. And so what are they going to do with these things? There's a volcano. So what are they going to do with these things? Well, what they're going to do with these things is they're going to be able to come up with ideas for their own games. They can come up with rules that use their dice. They can come up with stories using the Rory story cubes, and these will help them explain what they're doing. So not just coming up with a story in general, but they could say, okay, this spider becomes the main character of their story, and then the spider becomes the antagonist. I mean, rather, this pirate. So, why is this the antagonist? Why is this the protagonist? And what can the kids do with that information? So, let's get all this crap back in here. And then I got to check and make sure that I have all my story dice, that I haven't knocked them out of the bag. There we go. So I didn't really close that well. I have 9 story dice. And I have 9 story dice, so we're good to go. And there are instructions in here, so the instructions are really, really simple. So that's what this is about. You can say, okay, we have a ship. The ship is on a search for an idea. So, what does that mean? What's the idea they're searching for? Maybe the ship is searching for the idea of money. There's a secret. Well, we have a treasure chest in here. Perfect for a secret. There's a trail to follow. Whose trail? It's the trail of a bobcat. So, the ship goes somewhere, it's following a trail in the pursuit of money and a secret, and they're following the trail of a bobcat. Illumination. They find something. What do they find? They don't find a bobcat. They find primitive humans. Intriguing. The primitive humans apparently are not all that happy. Why are they not that happy? What can the pirates do to find out about why the humanoids aren't happy? Now, is this an idea? Is it an actual lightning strike? What does this represent? A message. They find a message that helps lead them to the secret that they're following the trail. Maybe the message is about how do you track bobcats? And why does the bobcat have the clue that leads to the money? It's in a book. So, they have to find the book, which will then make them understand why they're following the bobcat. What can they do to help the primitive humans to be happy again? So here you go. This is the idea here, that this box, along with these story dice, will allow my nephews to create their own tales. And that's the whole point here. It isn't sending them a game. It is sending them an infinite number of games. An endless variety of stories that they can create in a box that will hopefully survive being handled by 2 toddlers. Oh, Calvin's in kindergarten. He's not really a toddler anymore. He's just a kid. But Ted is still a toddler. Obviously, these are going to have to be used under a parental supervision for the next couple of years until Ted is old enough to not want to swallow the story dice. And there's some dice in here, and a couple of monkeys are actually small enough that they would pose a severe danger to him. So most of these other feel I don't think Ted could swallow that. But kids are determined sometimes. But this is what I've put together as a gift for my nephews for this Yule. This is their possible box. This is what I hope that they will use to come up with an endless series of stories. And my sister may not be thrilled with the army men. She's not what you'd call a big proponent of army guys. I don't know there's an army guy. But army guys played a big part in my childhood, and they may have played a part in Mark, her husband's childhood. I'm not sure. seeing as the way toys are set up in America, it would really shock me if he had not had Army Men at some point in his past. But there you go, folks. This has been my story box, the possible box, the gift I'm giving my nephews in the hopes that they can create their own tales.